So we live in abject fear of the one that we're supposed to be connected to, because they've told us you gotta walk this tightrope and this line, and if you walk all off the line, he's gonna send you to hell. You could live 30 years worshiping and living for him, make one error, and if you die in that error, you're going to hell. What in the name of common sense does that mean? Are you crazy? Why would I even serve him if he's that sadistic and masochistic? I don't need a God like that. And so if I am so focused on staying on the line, I can't fulfill my assignment. But my God is big enough to handle my fault, my strokes, growth, my mess ups, because he's already prepared for what I might do. He knows what I'm going to do before I do it, and he already made preparation for me before I get there. What follows darkness is light. That darkness is the indicator that light is getting ready to shine. So there it is in Genesis, when darkness was upon the face of the deep, and God in the spirit form moved upon the face of the waters, and then God said, let there be. Because darkness precedes the light. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But he needs the darkness there so that God can move upon the face of the deep, so that the shift can take place. Listen, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor that shift take place in the darkness. Oh God, y'all didn't hear what I just said. Everybody's not going to see the shift that's happening. They see the chaos, but they don't see the shift. They see all the craziness going on in your life, but they don't understand that underneath the darkness, God is moving in secret. He's moving in quiet. He's moving in the hidden places. He's moving in the cracks and the corners and the crevices. He's moving in places that you cannot see. And when the light comes, they're going to see a new order. afraid to imagine. But I'm here to tell you that you are an infinite, limitless, boundless being. Are you willing to do what is necessary to have what you desire?
Thank you for joining us. Please take a moment and like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube page and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live. If you are finding value in these enrichment sessions, please consider supporting this page financially. Your donations allow us to continue to provide spiritual enlightenment, self-exploration, and kingdom knowledge. Also, consider becoming a partner because partnerships have this privilege. As a partner, you'll be able to attend our annual Partners Only Summer Summit, join us for our 6 a.m. virtual daily guided meditation sessions, weekly advanced empowerment sessions, regular prophetic insights and instructions, 30% discount on all Emerge books and merchandise, and a custom Emerge t-shirt. You'll also gain full access to the private Emerge Movement community page as well as group chats. Once again, thank you for watching.
Good morning, all of you, and welcome to the Emerge Empowerment Session. I'm your host, Isaac J. Miles Sr., and I am over the moon excited that you have decided to join me this morning for this powerful conscious conversation. You just tuned into one of the most powerful places on the planet where we're going to equip you with everything necessary for you to curate, cultivate, and create the life that you most desire so that you can have the abundant life. I am so glad that you're tuned in, and I hope that you will find this in session that we're having today very useful, and that you'll be able to find the impact necessary for you in this moment. Now, before we get into our conversation for this morning, there's a few little housekeeping things that I want you to do for me. I need you to do 3 things for me. Those of you who are watching me right now, the first thing that I want you to do is to like this live video. Like it, love it, laugh if you want to, whatever it is, but just interact with this video. When you do so, then you push us out into the algorithm that will push us into a broader audience. So I need you to like it, hit the hearts, give me as many hearts as you possibly can. You are helping us to be able to grow. Number 2, the second thing I need for you to do is to share. It only takes a few seconds for you to hit that little share button that's right there on your timeline, right under this particular live, right down there. Hit that share button and share this live on your page. Share it in your groups, your private groups, your public groups. Share it in your group chats. Copy the link and send it out to all your friends, your family, your cousins, your mom and them, your sister and them, your cousin them, all the names, especially those who may still be in town after the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. So send it out to them. All of you gather around together and watch this live, and you can converse and talk about the issues right in real time as we're having the conversation. Number 3, those of you who are watching me on Facebook, I need for you to tag this video. Go in the comments and tag it with as many of your Facebook friends as you know of. Specifically, tag people that you know would benefit from being a part of this conscious conversation. Go ahead, tag their names right now. Do it right now while we're preparing to get into the conversation. Tag as many people as you like, as many people as you possibly can. In doing so, you will alert them that we are live on the air, and it's sort of a virtual invitation for them to come and join this conscious conversation. Now, one more thing before we get into the conversation, because I forgot it last week. But I'd like to invite those of you who have been tuning in, some of you who watch us regularly, to consider becoming a partner with the Emerge movement. Partnership has its privileges. As you saw in the introduction, the lead in to this live, there are so many different privileges and benefits that come from your becoming an Emerge partner. But the most important one is that you will gain access to our private partner portal. In that place, I pour out information, insight that I don't release here in the general platform. You also have unfettered access to me to ask me any questions you want to ask me for one-on-one counseling, one-on-one life coaching. You have a plethora of opportunities that are available to you when you become a partner with the Emerge movement. And partnership is very simple. You simply send me an email to the email address you see on your screen, and just simply say 3 words: I want in. That's it. I want in. I will immediately send you back a partnership packet with all of the information about Emerge, as well as the partnership agreement. After you peruse through the information and read that agreement, you simply signed it and send it back to me, and immediately you become a partner with the Emerge movement. I'll send you a link out that gives you access to the portal and all of the other benefits that are involved with being an Emerge partner go into motion immediately. So I invite you to consider being a partner with the Emerge movement. All right, let's get into our conversation today. Today, I want to talk to you about the virtues of patience and pace. These are 2 very important words, very significant to this conversation. So I want you to write it down if you happen to be taking notes. If you're not writing physically, make a mental note of these 2 words: the virtues of patience and pace. The virtues. Now, you've often heard people say that patience is a virtue, but nobody really goes into the detail of why patience is a virtue. What's so virtuous about patience? But patience also needs to be accompanied by pace. Patience actually facilitates pace, because you need patience in order to pace yourself. So we want to discuss for a few moments this morning about the virtues of both patience and pace. In a world that is driven by instant gratification, and Lord knows that's the world that we are in. Everybody wants instant everything. That's the reason why fast food is as popular as it is, because it is supposedly fast food. Notice they don't call it healthy food. They don't call it food that's good for you, food that will build you up, but it is fast, that is convenient, quick, in a hurry, immediate gratification that you can get. Most often, listen to me, what is worth having is worth waiting for, working for, and moving and evolving into. Things that come quickly, things that come with no real effort, things that are happening without any real preparation or time, things that are instant are usually unhealthy. Like fast food, you can get it quick and it satiates and it satisfies, but it is also the source of so many of the sicknesses and diseases and afflictions that we face today in society. Right now, we are a nation of people who are overweight. Obesity runs rampant in this country. And not only that, but the food is designed just to satiate you, but it is also to slowly begin to cause your body to deteriorate. You begin to do to your body those things that over a period of time brings about all kinds of sickness and disease and ailment. And then you run to the ones who are supposed to be there to help you, doctors, but they are so tied and tethered to the pharmaceutical companies that they just want to give you what you desire and you demand instant gratification and instant quick fix. So they say, take this pill, take this drug, take this shot. And if you take this, then you're going to feel better. You won't be better, but you'll feel better. You won't be healthier, but you'll feel better. This will inoculate you to the pain, anesthetize you so that you don't feel the discomfort that comes from the ailment. It won't cure it, it won't fix it, but it will anesthetize you until it begins to wear or your body builds up a resistance to it, and then we'll just up the dose and give you more of what anesthetizes you even further. And every pill they give you, if you notice these commercials on television, they always are followed by this disclaimer that they read real fast. They talk about the benefits of this drug, and then quickly and very fast in a low tone of a voice, they say, or it also may cause this, may cause that, cause this, side effects, cause this, that cause that, and ultimately can kill you. It is a slow recipe to death, because what is valuable, what most often is healthy, takes patience and pace. It takes time. So it is, ladies and gentlemen, with your not only your physical health, but your spiritual health and your mental and emotional health. Your well-being takes these two, let me call them pills, if you will, these two pills in heavy dosage: patience and pace. We live in a world and a society that is driven by instant gratification, mastering the virtues of patience and pace can feel like swimming against the current. Yes, these qualities are essential for creating a life of abundance, of purpose, and of sustainable success. I'm not talking about immediate success, quick success, fast success, because most often immediate, quick, and sudden spontaneous success is not sustainable. But success that is built over time is sustainable. It means it continues on, okay? And it will outlive you. Patience teaches us to trust the process. I know that's almost become cliche because a lot of people use that term and throw that phrase around, but I want you to understand that patience teaches you to trust the process, to trust God, to trust the kingdom of God, the spirit world, or the universe, that everything is working together for your good. It teaches you to find that place of rest in the presence and the isness of God, with the full confidence and knowing that everything is for me and nothing is against me. And even the things that seem like challenges right now are designed and laced with lessons that are meant to elevate me, accelerate me, and move me along the path toward my ultimate destiny of manifesting my highest vision and version of my life. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you? Patience teaches us to trust the process, to trust God, to trust the leadership and the guidance of the Holy Spirit that is manifested and actively working in us, through us, and as us. While pace also reminds us to move with intention, to move intentionally through life rather than rushing toward fleeting outcomes or quick and sudden gratification. Together, both patience and pace form the foundation of a fulfilling and a meaningful journey. So patience has to have its perfect work in us, and that will lead us to moving with pace, with intentionality. You see, the race is not given to the swift, neither is it given to the strong. But it says in another place, he that endureth, that word endureth means can last, can survive, can withstand, who can endure hardness as a good soldier. Those who can endure to the end. Why the end? Because better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. It just gets better. Lord have mercy. I need you to write that in the comments right now and say it to yourself. Go ahead and pat yourself on your chest, over your heart, and say, things are getting better every day. Say it again. Things are getting better every day. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Even though it may begin minuscule and small, but as you continue with your steady, consistent pace, moving forward, stepping outward, evolving, growing, developing, it not only will be good, but it gets better, and better becomes best, and best becomes excellence, and excellence goes on and on infinitely throughout the rest of your being. Better is the end of a thing. So find your pace and move at that pace. Now, that's the thing about pace, is that there is no one pace that fits everyone. Everyone has to find your own stride. Find what works for you and work it until the wheels roll off. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Move at the pace that's with you. Don't compare yourself with what anybody else is accomplishing or anybody else is doing. Don't compare your movement with anybody else's movement. You move at your pace, what is comfortable and what works for you. You are not here to prove anything to anybody, and your only competition is the one staring you in the mirror. You are your only competition. Your competition is to be better tomorrow than you are today, with each day to move a little bit further and a little bit closer to being and becoming, accomplishing and manifesting the thing that you most desire. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So let me repeat again. Patience teaches us to trust the process, while pace reminds us to move intentionally through life rather than rushing through and toward fleeting moments. Together, they form the foundation of a fulfilling and meaningful journey. As Lao Tzu, that's not how you say the name. Lao Tzu, that's how you say it. Lao Tzu, the writer and most believe the founder of Tao Chang, Lao Tzu wrote, "Nature does not hurry. Everything is accomplished over time." Nature does not hurry. Listen to that. Everything is accomplished over time. Life, much like nature, has a certain rhythm and a certain season. There's a principle in the scripture that says, don't become weary, worn out, tired, broken down in the midst of your doing well or doing good. For in due season, at the appointed moment and time, you will reap if you do not quit, faint, give in, fall off, or just stop. Are you hearing? Weeping may endure for a night. Weeping represents the struggle and the push and the challenge, and sometimes the frustration, the anger, the sadness, the disappointment. But joy comes in the birthing place, the morning. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And many of you that are watching me right now in this conversation are in some of you the weeping season, the working, the hustle, the trying, the frustration, the setbacks, the disappointments, the tears. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy. You are in the midst of that season where you are working, striving, pushing, and those around you may not see the sense of what it is that you are doing, because they think that you are moving like the tortoise instead of like the hare, that you're not making the kind of progress that they think that you should. But you recognize that with every little step you take, every little move you make, every motion, every event, everything that you survive, every moment that you go through and come out on the other end is bringing you closer to the manifestation. It's bringing you closer to the morning when the joy comes and the sun shines and the clouds roll back and you step into your purpose and your destiny. So keep your pace and hold on to your faith. Lord have mercy. You got to hold on to your faith in order to keep your pace and hold and pursue it, rather, with patience. Just as a tree cannot grow overnight, your dreams and your goals and your personal growth, all of them require time and nurturing. Are you hearing me? You don't plant a tree today and expect to be able to see it grow and blossom tomorrow and collect a harvest from it the next week. You sow the seed and you tend to that seed over time by nurturing it, watering it, cultivating the soil around it, and being patient while it begins to germinate and grow at its own pace. You can't determine the pace of the growth of the tree. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You can only determine that you have put the seed into good soil and you are doing everything to nurture and care for that seed. And then the seed, in connection to the chemical reaction of the ground that it's sown into, germination, will begin to determine a growth pace that varies from time to time. It goes through spurts where it grows quickly and then slows and grows slower. At some time it grows faster, and another time it grows slower. But it's growing at a steady pace that will eventually bring about the harvest or the reward that comes from full growth, that is steady, that is healthy, producing good and healthy fruit. Lord, I just heard that. Can I tell you that some of you who have been given a growth hormone spiritually, that is artificial and synthetic and cause you to grow at a rapid pace, and you are producing fruit, but the fruit is infected by the pesticides and the hormones that were injected in the growth stage. And so now you're producing fruit that looks beautiful on the outside, but is filled with toxins that can slowly begin to kill everyone who eats from the fruit. Are you understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth? We all are subject to, in this country, unfortunately, genetic hormones and pesticides that are injected into our food system, our ecosystem. And so we buy things in the grocery store that has a beautiful, pleasant appeal. The color is just right. The shape is just right. Everything looks perfected and beautiful. You do recognize that fruit and vegetables that grow organically are not in any way perfect and beautiful. They have scars and bumps and abnormalities in them. That's the nature of things that grow naturally. But they produce through these organic, not organic, but chemicals and pesticides, these fruits and vegetables that look beautiful and they look perfect on the outside, but they are filled with toxins that don't immediately kill you, but simply over time begin to poison you and cause your body to begin to break down. That's what happens with many people who become an instant success overnight, instant sensation overnight. They're the flavor of the month. Your preacher, your prophet, your bishop is the new flavor of the month. A meteoric rise, and everybody's talking about how wonderful and how great they are. But they are giving a fruit. They are producing a product that on the outside looks absolutely ravishingly beautiful and desirable. But over time, it slowly begins to poison the spirit, poison the soul, poison the mind. Are you hearing what I'm saying? These are those who have gotten a thimbleful of revelation with no real research, no critical thinking, no one to hold them accountable, no one that can take and test what they're saying. It just poof, popped into their mind. It sounds good. It rhymes. It has that igniting sound to it that tickles the emotions of those who hear it. And before you know it, everybody begins to say it. Things like favor ain't fair. Oh, favor ain't fair. As though God favors some over others. What kind of God would God be? Nobody ever put this word or this statement to a theological test or even critical thinking. How in the world could God favor one over another and still be just and say he loves everyone equally? There is no favor over anyone. There is an equal playing field, and we've all been given equal access to the all of everything. Are you understanding? But what happened is somebody got a thimbleful of revelation about one particular phraseology, turned it into something that sounded good, and it was a good catchphrase and cliche, and then everybody started to say it, name it and claim it, blab it and grab it, because it sounded good. Everybody grabbed it and began to run with it without ever putting it under the microscope to test it. But true, vibrant, healthy fruit, truth is developed and learned over time, and truth under scrutiny, under investigation, under research remains pure and remains truth. It is irrefutable. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get you to understand that you have to be willing to be patient and follow a consistent pace that works. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Don't be in such a rush for overnight anything. Take your time and move at a pace that fits you, suits you, and be patient. Let patience have her perfect work. Let me keep going. Okay? Patience allows you to honor the process, knowing that everything unfolds in its rightful time. Let me say that again. Patience allows you to honor the process, knowing that everything will unfold in its rightful time. Everything happens at the time that it's supposed to happen. And you're being anxious about it. Be anxious for nothing, but in all things, through prayer and supplication, make your requests known. Be in patience. Over time, things begin to unfold at the time that they're supposed to. There's a text in Ecclesiastes that is a principal fact. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun. I want you to unpack that in your mind for a second. To everything there is a season. Things have a season. But then he said, but there is a time for every purpose under the sun. Things have a season, but purpose has a specific kairos, time. It has a time, a moment, a particular ordained moment for it to break forth, blossom, and bloom, and impact the world. Things have a season, and seasons come and go, but purpose remains. Purpose is sustained, and so purpose is time released. Woo! Let me say it again. Things have a season, and seasons come and go. And so the season may come in for it, and the season will pass for it, and the season may wrap around and come back again. That's why you see our clothing and fashion go in a cyclical manner. That's why you see that our winter, spring, summer, fall, all secular. All of these things have cycles and seasons. They come and they go. But a purpose has a specific kairos moment. It has a time. And so you have to be patient and move at the pace that is set by the particular purpose rather, so that it unfolds at the specific time that it's destined for. Find your rhythm and motion, and stay within that rhythm, so that no matter what the rhythm might be, and quit trying to compare it with somebody else's rhythm. Stay within your rhythm, your movement, your pace, your timing. And when the appropriate time, when due season comes, when the appropriate moment arrives, it will blossom and bloom, and nothing and nobody will be able to stop it. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Are you hearing what I'm saying? And nobody can declare when it's your time. You will know when your time arrives. Let me say that again. Lord have mercy. I'm going to make some of my prophets on here mad. Nobody can declare for you it's your time. No, they don't know that. They may know that it's your season, but they cannot determine your time. Your time was predetermined as you and God co-created in eternity past, prior to your entrance into this three-dimensional realm of consciousness, what those times would be, those kairos moments would be. You have that information loaded and coded within your DNA deep within your subconsciousness that has been buried by all of the information that has bombarded your conscious mind. But the soul knows what the mind has yet to comprehend or be made aware of. And when you approach that Kairos moment, that time that was predestined for this event in your life, everything in your soul bears witness to the arrival of the time. Woo! Are you hearing me? No matter how chaotic it might seem around you, everything in your soul bears witness to the arrival of that time, because it's waiting for that moment. All of the earth, all of nature is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God, waiting for us to arrive at the eternal Kairos moment that has been assigned to the purpose, the original intent for our being in this three-dimensional plane of consciousness at this time. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Man, I could go further down that road, but I want to keep going because I have a very limited amount of time. I've got about 19 more minutes. So stay with me. Pacing yourself, listen to me, pacing yourself is equally important to being patient. Moving too fast can lead to burnout. It can lead to mistakes. It can lead to missed opportunities. It can lead to misjudgments. It can lead to error. As St. Francis de Sales once noted, have patience with all things, but first have patience with yourself. I want to read that quote again. St. Francis de Sales says, have patience with all things, but first have patience with yourself. When you honor your natural pace, that which flows organically from you as the seed of God that is planted in this consciousness, as the pearl of great price that is hidden within the earth. When you honor your natural pace, you allow yourself the grace to begin to grow and heal and achieve without the unnecessary distractions and pressures and anxieties and the frustrations that come from the environment, culture, religion, and the people around you. When you honor your own pace, when you honor what comes natural, your natural growth and development, your natural evolution. You understand what I'm saying? Everything in you is constantly evolving and growing. Most people, especially couples, when they come together, they love the person that they meet when they first met. But they don't understand that that person, including them, is going to evolve and change and grow over time. And the person they met at one point or in time is not going to be the person that they will encounter at another point in time. And so real love is not attached to the moment, the person that you are in a moment or a snapshot in time. Real love says, I love who you are being and who you are becoming over time. I understand that you and I will evolve and grow and develop and become as time moves forward. And so prayerfully and maturely, in maturity, we'll be able to continue to match each other and move I'm not going to fault you or me because we've gone through an evolutionary process that is divergent to each other. I understand that time and evolution may move us in opposite directions, in a direction that is diametrically opposed to each other, but it does not change the nature of my love for you. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Change is inevitable, but you have to be patient and give yourself the grace to grow. Are you hearing me? Who you are today is not who you will be tomorrow. Metaphorically, of course. I'm not saying literally tomorrow. I am saying over a period of time, you are going to change. So quit holding yourself hostage to those errors or mistakes or misjudgments or the sins. Yes. The sins, that word sin literally means an error, to miss the mark. Quit holding yourself hostage to those things, because you grow and you evolve and you become over a period of time. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And so it says, even the scriptures teach, and here is a misinterpretation of a particular text that is often, that we are not supposed to be weighted down or distracted or discouraged or hindered by the weight and the sin that does so easily beset us. You know what the weight and the sin is? It is not what you are actively doing. It is what you have done. Let me say it again. It is not most often what you are doing. It is what you have done, and the residue and the memory of what you may have done, the error, the mistake, the misjudgment, the missing of the mark, the habit that you've formed, the addiction to a particular thing that becomes the weight and the sin that easily besets you because you can't get past what happened. You can't move beyond what you were. You are still constantly bombarded and reminded, either internally or externally, by the people, community, and environment around you of what you did and who you were. But I'm telling you that you have got to be patient with yourself and give yourself the grace to grow at your own pace, and close your ears, drown out the sound of all of the naysayers and all of the grave diggers that want to dig up what you've done and who you've been before, because that's not the defining quality of your life. You are not defined by the choices that you made, or the decisions, or the errors, or the mistakes, or the misjudgments, or the weights, or the sins of your past. You are defined by what and who you are, a divine expression of God in three-dimensional form, God manifested in the flesh. You are defined by your divinity and not by your ignorance thereof that led to wrong decisions and wrong choices. So give yourself the grace to grow at your pace. Honor your natural pace and allow yourself the grace to grow, to heal, and to achieve without the unnecessary pressures that come from you or those around you. This doesn't mean avoiding hard work. It doesn't mean that you avoid ambition. It doesn't mean that you are just somehow not holding yourself accountable. What it does mean is that you recognize that sustainable progress often comes from steady, intentional steps. Let me say that again. It is that you recognize that sustainable growth, development, evolution, and progress comes from intentional steps that you take consistently along the way. Patience also builds resilience and perseverance. Life's challenges can sometimes feel overwhelming. They can feel like you are being flooded and bombarded all at one time. As soon as you get through one thing, then it seems like another thing is happening. But everything is happening at the corresponding moment that you have arrived at the place that you are able and capable and have the capacity to handle it. Let me quote another biblical text that is a principle. There has no temptation taken you but such as common unto man. You're not going through anything that no one else has never faced before. Someone throughout the eons of time has also been faced with the same challenges. Numerous of people. But listen to what he says. But God is faithful. Listen to that. God is what? Faithful. Okay, he's dependable. God is dependable. It is something that you can put your imprimatur on, put your foot on, you can stand on. God is faithful like clockwork. God is dependable, that he will not allow you to be tempted to face any challenge, to face any meeting of opportunity and desire that you are not able, and will with the temptation, listen to what he says, make a way of escape that you might be able to bear it. Not going to take away the temptation, not going to move away those challenges, not going to move away those circumstances, not going to move or take away the desire or the opportunity, but will fortify you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Place a demand on your divinity that will summon the wisdom, the strength, the courage, the knowledge to be able to navigate your way through it, that you might be able to bear it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Lord, I can't take it no more. Lies. Of course you can. It wouldn't arrive if you weren't prepared to take it. If you didn't have the capacity to navigate it. Of course you can. That's right. I said it. I'm talking to you. Of course you can. You can handle it. You can take it. You can move through it. You can survive it. You absolutely can. The very fact that it has shown up in your life at this moment says that you have arrived at a place where you have the capacity to adapt, to grow, to evolve, and to navigate your way through it. God is not a liar. This principle is absolute. It is 100% true. So if it has arrived, then it's because you have the wherewithal to bear it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? This is more than I can take. It's killing me. It's breaking me. No, it is not. It may feel like it. Absolutely, it may feel like it. It may feel like you're going down for the last time. It may feel like you are just at your breaking point, but you will not break, and you will not go under, and you will not succumb to it, because the fact that it has shown up is a testament that you have arrived at the place in your maturation process where you have the capacity to be able to navigate a way through it, to survive it, to learn from it, to grow, to evolve through it, and then allow it to springboard you onto what is next. Are you hearing? So let patience possess your soul and pace be the thing that guides you through it. Here's the thing. There's another text that says, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. And note that it ties with it, because this fall worketh patience. Man, did y'all catch what I just said? He says, count it all joy. It almost sounds like it's saying, go ahead and rejoice in your fall, in your error, in your sin, in your mess. But it says, no, knowing this, that this fall employs, it says worketh. The word worketh there means employs. It causes to go in motion, sets in motion patience. Are you hearing me? Patience. And it says, let patience. These different challenges. Don't be in such a hurry to get up. Good gracious, have mercy. Have you ever taken a tumble in public somewhere? I know I have. And the first thing that you want to do is to try and quickly get back up, because you don't want nobody to see that you fell. You don't want nobody to laugh at you. You don't want anyone to think that you might be hurt. You don't want to show any indications that you might be injured. So you try and spring back up to your feet as quick as possible. Have you ever tried to spring back up and ended up falling again? You fell again because you were trying to get up too quick. You fell again because you didn't wait and steady yourself and get your equilibrium right. And so you're trying to hop up, and the next thing you know, boom, you fell back down again. Are you hearing me? But the scripture, the principle says, when you fall into these diverse temptations, it's going to activate patience. Why patience? Because if I try and jump up too fast, I don't have time to investigate the reason that I fell, the cause of the falling. But if I will be patient, give myself time to learn why I fell in the first place, what caused me to stumble, what caused me to make this decision, from what place did I come to this conclusion and make this choice in my life. And then if I don't ever investigate that, then I can't fix it, nor can I heal it. I'm just busy trying to get up. And so the thing that tripped me is going to trip me again, because I never took note that it was there. So if I pay attention through patience and look at and investigate what is the cause of this fall, what caused me to make this bad choice, bad decision, to enter this bad relationship, what is it that was going on inside of me? Not blaming anyone, not looking externally and trying to point the fingers at the things and people around me, but internally. Why did I accept being treated this way? Why did I accept being misused and handled in this manner? Why did I choose? What is it that's in my nature, that is in my psyche, that caused me to make the decision and the choice that I made in the moment that I made it, that ended up causing me to fall and to err and to skin my knee and to bump my head? Once I've steadied myself and braced myself, then I'm ready to get up. But now when I get up, I am more valuable than I was before I fell, because now I know more than I knew before I fell. So that's the reason that I can count it all joy, because the fall that may have killed me actually made me better. What may have the potential to wipe me out actually made me better, more knowledgeable, more insightful, made me more confident, more strong. Now I've stabilized myself and I know the cause, so I know how to avoid and navigate around that so that I don't fall in the same place again. Patience has had its perfect work in me. The work of patience is to teach me. It's to help me to learn, to grow, to discover, to become consciously aware of what's going on in my internal surroundings so that I can brace myself and stand up and stand strong. Great day, man. I'm down to 30 seconds left. I've got to close right here. So let me close with this.
Patience also allows you and pace to begin to savor every moment. Patience and pace causes you to take note, to take the time to smell the roses, to be fully present in every moment. Rumi wrote, "Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. And do not worry that your life is turning upside down." How do you know that the side you are used to is better than the one that is coming? Maybe upside down is right side up. Did you catch that? Maybe what feels like upside down is right side up. So be fully present in the moment. Take note of everything that has occurred and happened. Be patient and give yourself the room to grow. And then steady yourself and stand and continue to move at your own sacred pace. These are just some of the virtues of both patience and pace. Man, I pray that you were encouraged and blessed and positively impacted by today's empowerment session. I got so much more to say, but I'm out of time. I've already gone over by 2 minutes, so I want to try and end this right here. Maybe I'll continue this in the partner portal. Partners, if you're ready, we'll come back in the partner portal and we'll go further and deeper into this conversation about pace and patience. If you'd like to join us, become a partner. Go ahead and become an Emerge partner so you can join us in the portal for more in-depth conversation. Thank you for every single one of you for tuning in. Now, I'd like to invite those of you who are watching and who have been blessed by what you've heard today to sow into this platform, to give, to sow a seed, or make a sacrifice of whatever amount that you choose, but to be supportive of the work that we are doing. You can do so by taking advantage of any of these mechanisms that you see on screen. You can use our CashApp, Zelle, PayPal, or Venmo. Take a moment right now before we go off the air and do it now. Sow your seed, give your gift, make your sacrifice. And this is your way to signify that you appreciate the value that this platform brings to your life. I appreciate all of your gifts and your support, large and small. Thank you again for tuning in and for being a part of the Emerge Empowerment Session. I'll see you again next week at this same time. Until then, have your best day ever.
Some of you are even afraid to dream, afraid to imagine. But I'm here to tell you that you are an infinite, limitless, boundless being. Are you willing to do what is necessary to have what you desire?
You've been listening to Apostle Isaac Miles, the disruptive innovator, a mentor, an author, a motivational speaker, an entrepreneur, and the founder and spiritual director at emergelec Life Enrichment Center. Please take a minute to subscribe, like, and share this page. If you'd like to become a partner, you can do so by emailing us at emerge.lifecenter@gmail.com. Again, that's emerge.lifecenter@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for watching.